Today we're going to be opening up the July Paletteful Packs box. Oh, I didn't. 1 second. We're going to find out what's inside, and then we're going to make some art with it. Ooh. So the first thing I see is this Koi travel watercolor brush. You can see it right there. Then it has a cap to hold the water in it if you need to separate it while you're traveling. And boom, you got your watercolor brush. Next thing I see are these Aqua Pen graphics. Oh, dual tips, so it looks like one side's a bullet and one side's a brush. Ah. Now I don't believe this brand puts color names on their brushes. Not even on the box. So I guess I'm gonna have to name them. So we've got Asphalt Black, the missing Skittle Blue, Light Denim Wash Blue. What people usually call robin's egg blue, but robin's eggs are more blue than this. One of my favorite colors. And a let's hope this shows up on paper gray. Alright, so we're gonna have to dig a little farther to see anything else. Was this another pack of these? Oh, did I even check to see that these were a brush? Oh yeah, for sure. Brush on one end and bullet on the other. And these are water-based, so you can mix them with water and get kind of like watercolor washes with them. So here we have a whole bunch of more colors. 12 to be exact. Come on out. Why does my voice sound funny? Does my voice sound funny? Oh, we got another Asphalt Black. Then we have What's That on My Shoe Brown. What's That on My Shoe Green. ABC Wintergreen Gum. One of those markers that looks yellow, but it probably paints green. Purple. Yeah. Baloney Pink. I Could Get Lost in Your Eyes Blue. Actual robin's egg blue. Just skimmed my knee red. Cheeto Fingers Orange. And Pretty Pastel Yellow. So now we have quite a few here. But we got like 18 markers. Only 2 are duplicates. 2 of those Asphalt Blacks. Here's the menu with the list of the art supplies, which comes in every box. And is this a square? I don't know if you can read it. It's very shiny. It's the B Paper Company Super Deluxe Mixed Media Paper Professional Series 6" by 6" and 93 pound. Yeah, a little flimsier than we've been getting lately. So we'll have to see how well it works with these water-based art supplies, because these can definitely tear up a piece of paper and not like a dance floor. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. The Sakura Micro Perm Ultrafine 03 Permanent on Most Surfaces pen. Get started with that guy. So I'm going to swatch all these art supplies in the front here. So we have 2 sets of graphics aqua pens. The first one is the Mega Mash set, which I believe were these. Hey, I hope this shows up gray. Actually does. Oh, I just put those in the wrong spot. This is actually way to go. Okay, so these were actually the Metropolitan set. See how I wrote 12 and there's only 6 colors here? So here, I'll just and then here we will have the Mega Mash 12. Oh, I'm really excited to see what this pink looks like. Oh, cute. The brush tips definitely don't rip up the paper as much as the bullet nibs, because when it comes to like water-based markers, you don't want to go over the same spot more than once or it starts to rip up. As you can see, I swatched with the bullet nib over there and the paper's a little funky, but I've been using the brush nib over here and the tone of color is much more even. So there are our 2 marker sets. Now let's try adding some water here and seeing if it adjusts even after they've dried. Okay, yeah. So these markers pick up no matter how long you've waited for them to dry. And then if we actually just take water and leave a little spot, then grab a marker, it should fill in. Like, boop. Isn't that fun? You can kind of like spread it out, just like you do watercolors. You can see the more water you mix in, and the further you stretch it, the lighter and more pastel it will get. And you can do that with all of the colors. Obviously with the really light ones, you're not gonna have as much of a range. Oh, what we didn't test was water on top of the pen. Looks like it's sticking pretty good. That's good to see. So the next thing we need to do is to come up with an idea of what to draw. And I know Paletteful includes, I think, a prompt for every week of the month. So we have Metropolitan, Office, Future, and Shy. So we can try to sketch some things that make us think of those words. I'm gonna grab a pencil if I have one. Just sketch some things. So if we're gonna do Shy, which is the week 4 one, we're going to draw a character, I would think, or an animal or something like that, who doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, obviously. So when I think of shy, I think of not looking someone straight in the eye, trying to hide maybe their face, very scrunched up body features because they don't have the confidence. Because usually when you draw someone with confidence, they're very open, their stature is very confident, obviously. When you're confident, you're not afraid of things happening to you, which means you kind of like expose all your vital organs. But when you're shy, you're worried and everything is very scrunched up. Your arms are like covering your body to kind of keep you safe and protect you. More like this. And maybe the hair. Kind of think Violet from Incredibles, you know, the first half of the movie. She's very shy. She's very closed off. Her hair's always in front of her face, and she has zero confidence. And you kind of see just how changing the expression, not only of the face, but of the body can help further an emotion. See how the shoulders are higher here and the shoulders are lower there. It's obviously a very exaggerated difference, but I think that helps when you're starting out to kind of just pinpoint differences, and then you can be a little bit more subtle the more comfortable you are with it. And then for like fashion, I'm going to really exaggerate it and give her clothing that is big and comfortable and makes her feel safe. I think what would be fun for an illustrative point of view would be to include both the confident and the shy character, and maybe they're the same person, but it depends where they are that makes them feel their own way. So it depends on the environment they're spending their time in. So like maybe they'll be back to back. So this is the confident one. This is the shy one, so I'm gonna like hunch it over a little. Just using like rectangles to be their bodies for now. I don't want to make it look like the confident one's like actually taller. We have to make sure that the body is scrunched so that they could be the same body if we want them to be the same person. And I'm thinking we should probably give this character like a unique outfit or hairstyle so that we don't think they're two different people. Shoulders forward. And the shy one can be turning away from the camera. Maybe even this one's hair is sort of blowing in the wind. Perfect confidence. And this one's just like sort of greasy and flat. Here's kind of a little something we've got. I think I need to try it again though. I think I'm getting a better grasp of what I want. Let's start smaller. Make sure we have a silhouette that I like. We have square paper, so I should probably make our thumbnail square. I want our confident character on this side. I remember reading an article that was like, before a job interview or if you're nervous about something, just do the Wonder Woman pose like this and you'll just feel better about yourself. So if you're feeling a little lousy, just put your hands on your hips with your feet shoulder width apart and just stand there and absorb your confidence, you know? Kind of just nervously looking over their shoulder. Still missing something. And that looks like Buzz Lightyear. I feel like this one better where the heads were looking completely different directions. Let me try that again. Will we draw it as one shape? Would that be weird? Okay. Maybe slouch this character even more a little. We got the shy one just peeking over the side with their elbows, oh no, shoulders, sorry, over their chin like that. To put their hands in their pockets, that makes you seem kind of closed off. This, I feel like, is losing that they're the same person vibe because of the way they're standing over top of each other. But I mean, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We might be able to emphasize that they're not the same person. Or I could make one younger and one older so it's like this is their future self kind of thing. But I do want to try and use a little color here and see if that can help push the vibe we're going for. So if I use like blues and like kind of sad, cool colors on the left side, and then brighter, warmer colors on the right side, that might even help push the emotion I'm looking for. And we can also at the same time test how these work in the sketchbook. We're using a lot more water. Looks like Portal. Just blend them out. See how that looks. There's no wrong way to fill a sketchbook. Let's make it rain on her. So sad. You can kind of see how the paper's buckling and creating divots, which the water then like pools into. That's usually the sign of the paper's not quite thick enough for what you're doing. I think what I'm gonna do for the next iteration here is maybe cut into this so we can focus more on the faces. I'll leave that to dry. We can start working on this side, and I can keep flipping back and kind of seeing what I liked about these different drawings and try to apply them here. So I think I just want to make the characters a lot bigger. So this one's going to be looking down. So this one's shoulders are kind of scrunched. This one's looking more upwards. I do want to like turn the heads the same, like the opposite direction. Something about this just doesn't feel like my art. I don't know if it's my shyness about the subject and I'm not confident in the way it's turning out. But something's not quite right. So see if I can move closer to the direction I'm looking for. Let's try this again. See, drawing two characters is always a little bit difficult because you have to make the heads the same size, especially if they're supposed to be right next to each other. Getting correct proportions becomes really important. And that's something I'm missing here. Here we go. Something's connecting a little bit better here. For confidence over here. Something like this. We still need to do some outfits of some kind. So this one I want it to be in like baggy, comfy clothes. And maybe this character be a little bit more confident. Showing off some skin. Turtleneck over here. Shy character can wear a turtleneck. Sweatpants maybe. Just big, bulky clothes. Now, how am I going to make these look like the same character? Not sure it's possible. Because the outfits are so different. The statures are so different. I mean, I could do like what I wanted to do, which was give them some pretty unique hair. I've definitely been both these people, like even on the same day, depending on the hour. What if I give them like a birthmark and some freckles? So like some kind of mole there and then freckles. So then there'd be a mole here and then freckles. Ooh! Maybe another one up here by the nose. There we go. Now they look like the same person. Right? So now I can give them a different hairstyle maybe. So like this one. Oh, maybe they do have the same hairstyle. Some buns. But this one's they're like drooping and falling out. So like our confident character has their hair pulled behind their ears. They're showing their face, which shows their emotion. Which I think would be a very confident thing to do. And then our shy one, her hair. Probably just gonna be falling anywhere, even in front of the face. Like that. Might lose a little bit of detail. And because she's scrunching her shoulders, the hair's hitting the shoulders, which makes it look longer and a little bit heavier, which I think will weigh down the character a little bit. But I do want to try and show that mole. So maybe some of the hair is gonna get caught up here. Like that. There we go. I just want to make sure that they look like the same character. So I'm just going to do the line art and then we'll go in with the colors because we know the line art will be permanent under the water. So we can do that first. So yeah, let's do that. There we go. Now I just need to erase the pencil we don't need anymore. I had an issue with the part of hair because I realized I had the center part and this one didn't, and I kind of tried to move it. So there's a little bit of an iffy there, but now we have a mess because I can't find my needed eraser. I just need to add a few freckles. So I definitely want them to have like the same skin and hair color. Just not sure. Clothes should be the same color so they look like the same person or not. Let's look back what the colors looked like. I could also do this character gray and black, so no color, and then this character having saturation. That might work. We have the black and we have that one gray color, but we can mix the black with water and get more gray tones. So I'm going to use black. Might even mix them on this card. Just try and get an even tone as we can with this. And then we can maybe even use almost straight asphalt black for the bottom sweatpants. It's a little darker in the shadow there, but you live and you learn. All right. So then for this character, I'm gonna stick to the lighter tone on top, darker tone for the pants idea, but I'll add color. Maybe, is this a good like hair color? Some hair. Oops, wrong cap. Try pink for the top. I really like this color. I think it's very pretty. Blend out some of these edges. Then how about purple for the bottom? Being very tight so we don't rip up the paper. once these are all dry. Oops, I'm dripping that everywhere. We might be able to add the slightest hint of color to our less confident character over there. It looks real patchy. What happened here? Might need a couple layers. Very interesting. Not crazy about the way that looks. Purple, you disappointed me. Betrayed me. And just made me very unhappy. I waffled back and forth about what to do there, but I think this was probably the best choice if I want them to look like the same character. Use this asphalt black and outline some things. Make them pop a little more. I definitely prefer alcohol-based markers. Water-based ones are a little trickier to work with. You kind of get that Crayola texture, like you used Crayola markers. I'm sure there's a way to use them so that they look like this, but I've yet to find that. I really like the black. It's nice and pigmented, and you don't seem to have to worry about it layering on top of each other and creating a different tone because it's already so dark. I don't really quite have anything that I'd like to use as a skin tone, so this might be the end of this. So we have our confident and our shy character. I'm gonna have to see how other people use these markers because it's kind of like my third attempt using water-based markers. It always just looks so grainy and unprofessional, I guess. I don't know. I think I like using them as like one color, as an accent color in my sketchbook, but when I try to like mix the colors together and like use them as I would any other medium, that's when it starts looking a little weird and like the colors are also vibrant. I do want to thank Paletteful for sending me this box to try out and to share with you guys. If you're interested in getting your own Paletteful packs, I will have a link in the description where you can learn more information about that. If that's not in your budget, I will be giving away this box, so check the link in the description for a giveaway for that. Yeah. I'll pack up these art supplies and send them your way. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!